Just in case you're wondering, we are still in the midst of summer. It's a
Yes.
hot one today.
Yeah, Mother Nature reminded of that, us of that today. There it is.
Yep.
95 degrees was the high temperature.
And we got spoiled last week.
We did.
Because we were in the 80s.
We were, and we are no longer.
No, we are not.
80s. You are looking live down there at the Georgia National Fairgrounds. Perry, 91. Okay, so we're close to 80, but when you factor in the humidity, it feels like 98 degrees outside. Here's a look at temperatures across the area. Most of us in the 90s. The dew points, they're close to 70. When you add it all together, you get these feels like temperatures of 100 plus across the region. So it feels like 101 in Forsyth, 102 in Macon, as well as in Unadilla, 100 there in Gordon, 96 Cochran, 98 Butler, and 91 in Eatonton. We do have a few showers and storms out there on the radar. Let's start off to the north and west. We've got a pretty good thunderstorm rolling into the northern parts of Upson County. That's rolling down into Thomaston County. Also watching this storm here in Talbot County to see if that makes it in towards Taylor County in the Butler area. Had a brief heavy downpour here at 13 WMAZ on the east side of Macon just a few minutes ago. Also some downpours now just to the east of Jeffersonville and to the west of Irwinton, and then as well as you get into Johnson County. So let's go through hour by hour tonight. We're not going to see a whole lot in the shower and storm activity tonight. I think most of us stay dry, but that's not to say we couldn't see a thunderstorm here or there like we were just seeing on radar. Waking up in the 70s tomorrow. Once we get into tomorrow afternoon, much of the same. Some scattered showers and storms across the area. I'm thinking about a 40% chance of rain for central Georgia. And then we roll into Wednesday, and you guessed it, we do it all over again with scattered showers and storms for most of the state. Now, it's not favoring one side of the state or the other. Everybody has an equal chance of seeing showers and storms. Then as we roll through the week, we're just going to keep on doing it here in central Georgia. So here's Thursday. Notice the GFS putting some more in the way of activity over central Georgia. I think that's most likely to happen because we're going to have some strong Atlantic flow rolling through here through the end of the week. And then once we get into Friday, much of the same. Notice the GFS keeps us a little wetter, or the Euro rather keeps us a little wetter. The GFS keeps us drier, but I am leaning towards the European solution with a wetter scenario for central Georgia. Here's why that's happening. Take a look at these dew points. Notice the flow here. It starts to come off the Atlantic Ocean. When we get that happening, we get really humid conditions. 75-degree dew point makes it feel extremely sticky outside, so that's something we'll be keeping an eye on as we head into the middle part of the week. All right, let's head down to the tropics. If you haven't seen this yet, come on in the room and check it out. It's Potential Tropical Cyclone 6. We'll nickname it PTC6. What this means is this cluster of storms moving in towards Martinique and the Lesser Antilles has a pretty good chance of becoming a tropical storm. In fact, the National Hurricane Center expecting it to become a tropical storm sometime tonight or tomorrow, and it is expected to remain a tropical storm as it heads through the Caribbean in towards Cuba and southern Florida as a tropical storm once we get into the end of the week and into the weekend. Here's a look at some of the spaghetti models. Now the track through here is crucial. The more time it spends over the land, the weaker storm it is. So we're going to have to watch this very closely as it rolls through the Caribbean. As it stands now, we have tropical storm watches in effect for parts of the Lesser Antilles, Puerto Rico, and the Dominican Republic. So of course, Ben, Taylor, Courtney, myself will be keeping an eye on it. If it gets a name, and if we're expecting it to, it will become Fred. Here's your 7-day forecast. We're going to be in the 90s each and every day with a 30 to 40% chance of rain. We'll be watching those heat indices closely to see if we get above 105. If that happens, we could see a heat advisory for parts of central Georgia.